Hello and welcome to this Dr. Ross Maths key skill video on adding or subtracting surds that require simplifying. Now we saw how to add or subtract surds when we had the same number under the square root. So for example, if we had 5 lots of root 7 and we added 2 lots of root 7, then we have 7 lots of root 7. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. So we have the same number of the square root, we just add the numbers on the front. 5 plus 2 is 7. However, this only works when the numbers are the same under the square root. These numbers under the square roots are not the same. We've got 2 and 8. And all we need to do is just simplify each surd first so that hopefully we do end up with the same number under the square root. So let's deal with this first example. Now, root 2 you can't simplify any further, and the way you can tell is whether there's a square factor of that number that's not 1. Now 2 doesn't have any square factors other than 1, so we can't simplify that. However, root 8 we can simplify because it does have a square factor other than 1. Well, it's 4. So remember how we simplify surds. You find the biggest square factor that goes into the number, that's 4. So we write root 4, root, and 4 times what is 8? Well, it's 2. And if you're not familiar with this method of simplifying surds, please watch that video first. Then let's just simplify this. Root 4 is 2, so we've got 2 root 2. And now we do have the same number under the square root, the 2, so we can just add these. What's 1 lot of root 2 plus 2 lots of root 2? It's 3 lots of root 2, so that's the final answer. What about the second one? 5 root 27 minus root 12. We're going to have to simplify both of them this time. So we've got the 5, so we just write the 5 as before. And then as always, to simplify a surd, we find the biggest square number that goes into this number. What's the biggest square factor of 27? Well, it's 9. So we write root 9 and then root, well, 9 times what is 27? It's 3. And let's do the same with the root 12. What's the biggest square factor that goes into 12? It's 4. So we write root 4, root, and 4 times what is 12? It's 3. And now we can just tidy up. So remember, in our head, we say, what is 5 times the square root of 9? 5 times 3 is 15, so we got 15 root 3. And then what's the square root of 4? It's 2, so it's 2 root 3. And now we have the same number under the square root. So it's 15 lots of root 3, subtract 2 lots of root 3, we have 13 lots of root 3. That's the final answer.